And it's our pleasure to welcome you to the Oorah-thon. How are you, Zahava?
I'm well, Baruch Hashem. Thank you.
Okay, I understand that you are involved in the foster parenting program. What compels one to get involved in that program, which is very labor intensive?
Yes, I shall tell you the story.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay?
Sure, that's what we're here for.
Okay. Well, many years ago when my child was 10, one of her schoolmates lived with her mother and her grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Her schoolmates switched schools, so at that time my daughter did not play with her frequently anymore, and I think she was sort of out of the community. 2 years after that, the school, we as a family moved to Eretz Yisrael. In our second year living in Eretz Yisrael, we heard that Aviva, this little girl, lost her grandmother, her grandfather, and her mother within 8 months. And Aviva was left alone with her twin brother, Bobby, at the age of 12. The school community did not step in to take the twins because maybe she switched schools and maybe they were not unaware of this terrible tragedy. We couldn't help because we were in Eretz Yisrael. And when Aviva and her twin brother were 18, what happened to them is they were lost. They were taken by the community to 6 different foster homes. There were Catholics and Protestants and Asians and blacks that housed her. No one knew her for religious background, and thus she was just changed her name from Aviva to Kristen. You could imagine.
What a horror
The
story.
brother could not tolerate the boys' home that he was in and ran away. He lived in the streets till he was 24. He had all the abuse listed that you could ever imagine done to him, and he now is a drug addict. And they're now both twins. Aviva and her brother are now 44, so that's many years ago.
732-415-7402 or 1-877-7 auction.
I'm sorry.
Okay, should I continue?
Sure.
Okay. We took Aviva to our home when we came back from Eretz Yisrael, but it was really too late. She resided in our house. It wasn't her home, though. She really was too late. Aviva is a healthy girl, but totally turned off. And her brother is, like I said, we determined, our family was determined not to let this happen anymore to anyone, to the Jewish community. So I became a foster parent, so any child that would be taken away from their parents or be left alone would have a Jewish religious home. Now, how did I get to be this little boy? I'm a foster parent of one of the children that went to Oorah camp. I'm a teacher, and his sister was my student. And when I went to another school, a high school, I was told that this student of mine was abandoned. Her mother just left her at the age of 16, left to the States. A co-teacher took the sister, and I took this little boy, Bobby. What to do for the summer for this 15-year-old doll that was left? Oorah was suggested. And I want to tell you, everybody in the world, it was like man was delivered to my door. Every single personnel that I spoke to in Oorah, everyone to the last person, compassionate, professional, helpful, cheery, dedicated to giving this boy, this Bobby, the warmth of a community. I have never, ever experienced such beauty and glory in giving and keeping Bobby and taking care of him in summer camp. And he went there 2 years.
Wow.
He's a different boy because of Oorah, and I got to tell you that. He never wanted to come back to my house. He wanted to stay at Oorah camp forever. And it's a cause celebre what Oorah has done for him. And I can say right now again and again and again and again, I am so appreciative because many children have been lost, but you really, really have done a world of good for this little boy, Bobby. So thank you, Oorah.